Flashing back to G-Land memories, especially with Kelly Slater, the greatest of all time, won this thing back in '95. That was the first edition of the Quiksilver Pro G-Land. The Dream Tour fully realized that season. You look back at that young performance from Kelly. I mean, he was a two-time world champ at the time. As we had a very long lull, finally getting a solid set coming through. That one's rolling underneath Kelly, and it looks like we'll finally get a start with Jack Robinson. Just still driving, looking to get his first turn out of the way. Nice clean arc. Pulls in under the hood. One of the best tube riders in the world gets the exit. Speed jam off the top for Robinson. And he will get the first number on the board here in this superheat in the opening round.
Variety on that wave as we see Jack Robinson had to put some huge work in to get around this one. Just trimming high, realizes he's around it, gets some work done with a nice carve, stands up high in the tube, stalls. I thought he might have dragged the backside a little bit longer there, comes out of the lip one more time, and that's why he didn't, because he saw a section way down the line that he wanted to get to, and just timing not as on point as Kelly is this wave. If we have a comparison of these two sets, beautiful tube ride though, comes out off the top, realizing that this section was really long.
To get really shacked, the greatest of all time in motion. Lighting up the first section with a beautiful carve, straight back to the lip and crushes it. Kelly slams on the brakes, pulls in under the hood. Ton of travel time, but he will lose the handle as that reef was showing up quickly.
Complete? Let's see. But how are those couple of turns in the beginning of that wave for Kelly? Board looks on point.
Here's Kelly again from the start.
So nice to see that familiar style flying down the line at G-Land. What a beautiful out of the lip turn. Off the bottom again for another little tail drift. Love this stall. Puts the handbrake on. Holds his hand out into the face, but just gets a little bit high as he comes out. We'll have to see if the judges think that's complete. Look at this lineup. Oh my goodness. Off the bottom, little carve. Beautifully handles that bit and just gets caught on a lump at the top of that wave. Sends him to the bottom and he can't hold on.
You're watching heat number 2 as we will finally see the first ride from Jackson Baker. Big snap to start. Wave slowing down quickly. He'll find the pocket with some backhand wraps and he'll be forced to kick out. A long time to wait for not much of a score. Finally getting something on the board though. Here comes Robinson. Nice opening section, clean backhand wrap. Right into a snap off the lip. Pushing his point down the line. He'll find the lip, little backhand float. Oncoming section, redirects on it, stays on his feet. This was last of Jack Robinson.
Off the bottom, beautiful carve out of the lip. Coming around, gets another hit. And reading the waves very well out here, Jack Robinson gets a nice little float. This wave goes a little flat, so he decides that he's going to commit and come.
Jack in the lead for a moment. Here comes Kelly. Nice deep bottom turn. Full roundhouse wrap. Hard off the bottom again. Forced for another wrapping turn, and is able to fit in a backhand float to cover some ground. Attacking the oncoming section. Jams it off the lip. Can he finish over the shallow reef? He'll lose the handle on the final turn.
I'm really enjoying Kelly's flow right now. Really reading the wave nicely. Coming round for a wraparound cutback. You don't see that very often at G-Land. Beautiful bottom turn. Little stuck up there at the end, but comes out of that one. And yeah, liking the way Kelly's board looks at the moment. He's just getting multiple turns. These waves aren't going to be too high, Joe.
I think you'd make predictions of this heat, you know, months ago, thinking that it would just have 8s and 9s being traded across the reef here at Money Trees. Different story here, 3:15. Here's Jackson Baker. Big backhand hook to start. Stretching this one out. Big sections landing in front of him. He'll make it back to the lip, squares up, clean backside hack. Hollow inside section, waves getting incredibly shallow. He sits on the roof, stomps it in the flats, and a Tough way to eject with really no water there waiting for him.
Super shallow landing there, but he's okay.
Jackson definitely feeling the pressure of being in third before this wave.
No doubt this wave gets Jackson Baker back in the heat. Nice turn off the top, flying down the line, having a bit of downtime there, manages to get around this section with another nice hit out of the lip. Going super shallow here, decides to float onto this section, and that is so shallow there. Maybe it was a little bit of, I don't want to hit the bottom.
Next to eat a huge one, John Florence, Kolohe Andino, and Yago Dora getting back in the jersey after being sidelined with his injury. Stretched out wall and a hammer on the backhand of Jack Robinson. Australian digs in, drills it vertically, falls right into the pit. Lining up another hollow section. Robinson makes it. Back to the lip line, crushes it with a backhand snap, and he will have a nice, easy fade to kick out. His wife, Julia.
No, he said it's Jack.
Kelly stays in second as we enjoy Robinson's last wave.
Very smart decision taking this wave and not letting Kelly Slater get it. Beautiful transition from turn to tube. Another quick barrel on the inside. If Kelly had got this wave, it would have been a heat change for sure.
And it is, Luke, a 6.67. Jack Robinson gets the win at heat number 2 as he will be moving on into the next round.